What are the probabilities of a melt up? I think pretty low. Pretty low with the curve where it is. If the curve was, if the 3-month wasn't showing such negative signs and red flags, I'd say maybe a little higher. But what's going to be the catalyst of that? What would cause the melt up? I mean, maybe I'm just trying to think this through. I guess if the Fed pivoted, you know what? Maybe. Let's just assume for a moment that inflation starts to come down without the Fed breaking something. I mean, it's possible, right? So if let's just say inflation comes back down to 2%, their target, and then as a result, the Fed says, okay, we're going to pause, and maybe that could give it the market enough of a sugar rush. Maybe that could take it up to all-time highs. But see that there again, then you layer on top of that what the yield curve is telling you, and it's like, that's telling you that the reason the Fed is going to lower rates probably isn't because there's just this nice soft landing and inflation just naturally comes back down. There's no problems, and we just continue on with economic growth. That's not what the yield curve is saying. The yield curve is saying we got big problems here, and these problems are going to come to fruition sooner than later. I'm not saying tomorrow, but 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, probably at the most. And if the Fed is having to lower rates because of some sort of economic crisis, that's not going to be a melt up, even if the Fed comes out with QE and lowers rates and does all these things. So the only bottom line, the only scenario where I see that being probable is if we have this Goldilocks type scenario where the Fed is able to hit the pause button because inflation is gradually coming back down. We still have economic growth and the yield curve is wrong.